Hi students! Today we're going to look at how we can get started on our visual journaling / sketchbook challenge. Let's take a look at some of the steps that you'll need to do in order to get started on this challenge.
First up, what will we need? We'll need our visual journal, or if you want, you can make a little mini sketchbook. To do that, you'll need some sheets of computer paper. We're going to use a ruler, a pencil and an eraser, scissors, and some assorted art materials. So why are we doing this? Well, we're trying to experiment with creating compositions. So we're trying to arrange elements in an artwork in a way that will make the viewer's eye travel around the page. To do that, we're going to experiment with positive and negative space and different color combos. We're also trying to experiment with different art materials and just learn how they work a little bit better. You're going to get a series of 8 word prompts that you will use to turn into a little mini piece of art in your visual journal. Step 1 is to prepare your visual journal. These are the steps to follow if you would like to make your own little mini sketchbook. You can skip this part if you're just going to use your visual journal. So let's start by creasing our paper lengthwise. And then we're going to turn it and crease it horizontally in the middle. And we're going to make sure that it's a really strong crease for all of these folds. We're going to open it up and crease it the other way. And then we're going to fold that one more time horizontally. So we've made a total of 3 folds. And we'll repeat the creasing of that in the opposite direction as well. And now we're going to open all of those folds, and those are the size of our pages. So it's a really mini sketchbook. And we're going to fold it, not lengthwise this time, we're going to fold it horizontally. And we're going to use some scissors, and we're going to cut that part right there. We're not going to cut all the way to the end. We're just going to cut till the middle. Now we're going to open it up, and we're going to flip it over and open up that cut part and create a little square like that. And then we're going to smush that together and fold it into a book. And we can make that crease a little bit more creased if we like. And there's our little mini sketchbook. And this is only 4 pages, so you could create another one, as I have done already, and you can glue the 2 books together so that you have 8 pages. If you are going to use your visual journal, this is what you'll do instead. So we're going to use a ruler to divide our paper into 4 boxes. So I'm going to take my ruler, I'm going to do a little tick mark at 4 inches, and then I move my ruler down and do another tick mark at 4 inches, and I move it up and do another one. So I have a bunch of little tick marks to guide where I should be drawing. This does not need to be exact, but it is a good thing to practice drawing a line like that with a ruler. So I'm going to repeat that process, but this time I'm doing my tick mark at 5.5 inches. So I did 2 tick marks, and I will then draw. Your visual journal might be a different size than mine, so try to divide them sort of in half. And then I'll repeat that process on the next page as well. Next, we're going to gather our materials. So just go grab whatever art materials you have available. Everyone's will be different. Next, we're going to create backgrounds. So I'm going to use watercolor paints. I'm going to create 4 backgrounds at a time. I'm also going to try out some wax resist technique with crayon and watercolor, but you could use markers, pencil crayons, just pencil, whatever you have available to you. Now I'm going to have to let these dry. Now I'm going to add elements and details relating to the word prompts. So my first word with the orange background is fruit. So I've decided to do some oranges. I'm using markers, Sharpie markers, to draw some oranges. My next prompt was, what's on my desk? So I drew some cute little school supplies and I glued them on. This one that I'm working on down here is the primary colors. So I decided to draw some Among Us astronauts. And then organic shapes was this one down here. Everyone's interpretation of the prompts are going to be different. For example, for what's on my desk, I could have drawn some cute school supplies, or I could have drawn a sketch of a pair of scissors. It's really up to you. Remember, you're responsible for creating a piece of art based on each of the 8 word prompts. Before you turn in your work, you're going to want to go through the following checklist. So, have I completed each of the word prompts? Remember, there are 8 words. Does each of my compositions, so each of my little mini art pieces, have a background of some sort? It doesn't need to be a fully colored background. It just needs to have some sort of evidence that you've paid attention to the background. Is each of my compositions somehow related to the word prompt? You may need to explain it to us, but there should be some connection there, not just I drew whatever I wanted. And I tried my best is the final checklist item. Have you tried your best on each one? You don't need to spend a lot of time on each composition, but I just want to see that you've really put your best effort into these. All right, that's it. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Thank you so much for watching.